Just what was this week like, getting your backup quarterback ready to start, and also getting your number 3 ready to back him up, which was needed.
Yeah, it kind of came back to our fundamentals, what we do every day since we got here in the spring. And I know Kevin wasn't here with us in the spring, but a foundation of being able to throw the go ball, the vertical ball down the field. And look, we ran the ball so effective tonight. I know the stats maybe not show it. I mean, we ran the ball so effective they had to put enough guys in the box to stop the run. We got one-on-ones, and we completed those down the field. That's what gave the opportunities, the chances, that kind of stuff, because we could run the football. And so, Kevin, obviously, yeah, there's no doubt. That kind of excitement, guys. That just shows you how much care. That's the defensive guys. They're fired up. But, no, we're not executing what we do. I mean, seriously, we do pat and go every day. If you guys ever come out to practice, it's the most overcoached drill we do, and it shows up, and that's what happens in the game. So,
pat and go, could you elaborate that?
Yeah, it's just a way to work one-on-ones, right? You guys see us throwing a ton of back shoulders. We don't call back shoulders. That's part of the route. And so if he wins on top, great, we'll put it over the top. If not, we're going to press back in vertical, throw the back shoulder, right? And so, you see that happening a bunch. I mean, Preston had a bunch to Austin Upshaw on the left side, right? And they didn't complete it, but we ended up coming back to him later on and hitting it. So that's what we do. It just shows you, doing the repetitive things over and over and over again, they show up in high competitive situations.
When Kevin came in, most of the plays that you ran for the rest of the first half were running plays. And then, like you said, early in the second half, he hits the long pass to Upshaw down the left. Then he finds Redding for 20 or whatever it was. Did he need those two to sort of unlock his confidence, unlock the rest of the half for him?
I don't know if it's unlock the confidence. I think what we were trying to do at the end of the half was try to let's run the football. We've been running effectively, and let's get in at halftime and say, okay, hey, here's the plan moving forward, right? And get with him. And we talked about this on the radio show. What does he like? And hey, all right, here we go. We're about to come out. I need 5 pass plays that you like. We call it. You know where everybody's on the field. Let's go call them, and we'll execute. And that's really what it turned into. It's okay, hey, let's regroup. Let's don't try to force something, right before halftime. Let's get a field goal, whatever it is, and then come at halftime. Everybody come together. If you would have been in the locker room, you come in at halftime, and guys were like, we're about to run the football down their throats. Right? I mean, that was the mentality. And so he saw that, and they were like, okay, when we have to throw the football, this is what we're going to do. Give an exact plan.
Were you with the staff yet when everyone watched him at that Lovejoy game with Kevin?
Yeah, I wasn't there. Mm-hmm. And I get a call, I think it was maybe it's from Scott Natty, Coach Lashley, maybe Kyle Cooper, somebody along those lines, and they're like, I mean, this guy's got a cannon of an arm. And we talked about it before when we first got here. A guy like Kevin, anytime you can be around a bunch of really good football players, Division I football players, and you can earn their respect, and you're the quarterback of that team, and you lead them to a state championship, that's a big deal, right? And so he garners that kind of, I don't want to say respect, but the guys know that this guy's a ball-playing dude. And we talked about it. It's not if you're going to play, it's when you're going to play, and are you ready and are you prepared? And then our job as coaches is to call stuff that he's good with. Right? Mm-hmm. Be a bad coach if we call a bunch of stuff that he don't feel good about. Don't call those plays, right? So
he's notoriously kind of quiet. But I mean, you've talked about before. He's always looking in the eyes.
Yeah.
Is there maybe something in the back of your mind where it's like, okay, I think he's getting it, and I'll never know until he actually gets in. But do you think that was there, and then was obviously, you felt it tonight?
Well, it's funny. We had Wednesday practice. We went a lot of good on good, and we did a 2-minute drill. Bam, 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 right down the field. And now, it wasn't pretty, and it wasn't like, oh, man, this is like we'd use these for install tapes. But he took us right down the field, right? And we were like, holy cow. Him just operating our base stuff. And that just shows you, as coaches, don't get in the way of good players. These guys are good ball players. Do what they do what they're comfortable with, and let them play. And so I wasn't surprised after seeing that. I was like, okay, this guy's going to come in. Now, a guy to come do it on the stage like this, a place we haven't won since 2009, right? Mm-hmm. And to step up and say, hey, I'm ready to go. And to be honest with you, one of the vertical balls, he changed the play to that. It wasn't us calling it. He said, hey, I want to throw the one-on-one. He tapped it, let's go, and let's let it roll. And so, that shows you the kind of confidence that we kind of breed into these guys and what we do and the repetitive nature of how we do things.
Was that the first one to Upshaw? Or
the first one up top left side to Upshaw. So it's one of those deals, if you ever played baseball before, a guy, you tag the bunt signal and you're like, and he swings it home and you're like, oh my God, what are you doing? Oh, great hit. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, great, but that's if you look at our guys, whether it's Tanner and whether it's Preston, whether it's Kevin, like that's what we do, and you can see it throughout all the guys. So that's just how we work things in the offense. And I'll say this: the reason that Kevin can play the way he can is because of the leadership in the room from Tanner Mordecai and Preston Stone. I'm just telling you guys, you're not in the room every day. Those two dudes put their arms around him and treat him like a little brother, right? You guys, it's crazy. And you don't understand how happy for it. If you saw the side, like Tanner's getting after it, right? Excited because he knows, hey, dude, I'm not playing this game. Let's get, you know what I mean? Get this. It's all bought in for the guys in the room. It's so hard in these days in college football to have guys pulling for each other. We got something special.
Along those same lines, you and Coach Woods obviously are up in the box. So when Kevin got kicked in there, you weren't there to help ease him into it. And he said that Tanner talked to him on the sideline.
Yeah.
Did you guys get on the phone and ask Tanner to sort of step in as an assistant coach, or was that all on Tanner?
No, I didn't at all, and I don't think anybody did on the headset. Tanner had a headset on the sideline just to hear the plays and to be able to – Tanner's job this game was to see things through a quarterback's perspective on the sideline and be able to help Preston when he comes off the field. Hey, I saw this. What'd you see here? And then we get together and we talk through the looks and that kind of stuff. And so Tanner Mordecai is an elite leader, and it's just what he does. And for him, a guy like Kevin going out performing, that's a big deal, and he gets excited for those guys. And I'm just telling you, we have a special room, special guys.